unity, power, unlimited resources, and peace.
Hello everyone, we are Group 7 and we are here to explain everything you need to know about international organization. But first, let us know how did this organization form in the first place? The origin of international organization can be traced way back from the Congress of Vienna of year 1814 to 1815, which was an international diplomatic conference to reconstitute the European political order after the downfall of the French Emperor Napoleon. States then became the main decision makers who preferred to maintain their sovereignty or balance of power as of year 1648 at the Westphalian Treaty that closed the 30 Years' War in Europe. The first general international organization was the League of Nations, addressing wide range of topics. It was founded on January 10, 1920 with the primary goal of sustaining world peace after World War I. Following that, thousands of international organizations worldwide continues to rise in 2002. This phenomenon can be linked to globalization, which strengthens and encourages cooperation among the governments and has also made it convenient for the IGOs to expand as a result of greater international relations. So now that we know some context of how these international organizations formed, let's proceed on learning its definition and types.
Definition and types of international organization. An international organization is an entity created by two or more countries established by a treaty or agreement to work together in solving problems of mutual interest and or coordinating policies and actions in specific areas. There are various types of international organizations including number one is intergovernmental organizations. These are organizations made up of member states that work together to address global challenges. Examples of IGOs include the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and the World Trade Organization. Second one is non-governmental organizations or NGOs. There are organizations that are independent of government control and work to promote humanitarian, environmental, or social causes. Examples of NGOs include Amnesty International, Greenpeace, and Doctors Without Borders. The third one is the regional organizations. These are organizations that focus on specific geographic areas such as the European Union, the African Union, and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. The fourth one is public-private partnerships. These are organizations that involve collaboration between governments and private entities to achieve common goals. Examples of PPPs include the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization and the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria. The last one is specialized agencies. These are organizations that have specific mandate to address a particular issue or set issues. Examples include the International Atomic Energy Agency, International Labor Organization, and the World Intellectual Property Organizations. That's all. Thank you.
List of international organizations. Today, I'm going to show you a list of international organizations that we are familiar with. Starting with the United Nations Children's Fund, also known as UNICEF. It is an United Nations organization that provides humanitarian and establishing aid to children around the world. Millions of children are trapped in cycles of poverty and violence. That's why UNICEF staffs fight for the rights of every child seeking safe shelter, nutrition, protection from disaster, and conflicts and equality. As of now, the February 6 earthquake happened in Syria and Turkey is still receiving assistance from UNICEF. Educators are being trained, water and sanitation systems are being repaired, and school facilities are being improved by UNICEF and partners, thanks to their dedicated duties. Have you heard the news, guys? This man standing in front of you is making a big impact in our global economy. Well, they are the BRICS. BRICS is an acronym for 5 leading emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. BRICS started in 2001. Later on, South Africa joined in 2010. And right now, they are now opposed stronger than NATO countries, which now have conflicts about the international trade currency. The BRICS mechanism aims to promote peace, security, development, and cooperation. But to Americans, they see BRICS as a threat because of its new strategies that can bring down the value of their currency, which is the world's dominant currency named dollar. The BRICS have also embraced demand-boosting measures with a focus on income support for the poor. Right now, China helps build infrastructure in South Africa. The BRICS community plays a critical role in setting global economy policy and promoting financial stability, accounting for 70% of global trade and one-third of global GDP. The BRICS countries have made significant contributions to global poverty alleviation. Do you know, guys, that our country, the Philippines, were selected among the other 10 countries that were gonna join BRICS soon? Okay, guys, what do you think if our country is gonna be a member of BRICS soon? Do you see any advantages? Who knows? Third is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO. NATO is an alliance of countries from Europe and North America. It provides a unique link between these two continents, enabling them to consult and cooperate. Security in our daily lives is key to our well-being. That's what they said. That's why NATO's purpose is to guarantee the freedom and security of its members through political and military means. When it comes to decision making, the alliance takes all decisions by consensus. NATO is committed to the peaceful resolution of disputes. If diplomatic efforts fail, it has the military capacity needed to undertake crisis management operations, meaning they can declare war and assassinations. While NATO is a military alliance, BRICS is not. BRICS refers to emerging countries with rapidly growing economies. Therefore, guys, NATO and BRICS are fundamentally different. Fourth is World Health Organization. The World Health Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for international public health. WHO works worldwide to promote health, keep the world safe, and serve the vulnerable. 5 important functions of the World Health Organization: providing leadership on global health, shaping the research agenda, setting standards for global health, and advocating for evidence-based and ethical policy, monitoring and assessing health trends and concerns. Lastly, guys, International Monetary Fund. The IMF is a group of 189 member nations that seeks to promote international monetary cooperation, ensure financial stability, facilitate trade between nations, encourage high employment and long-term economic growth, and lessen poverty worldwide. How does the IMF assist developing nations? The IMF offers low-income nations comprehensive assistance through policy recommendations, capacity-building actions, and accommodating financial support. The IMF main financial source is members' quotas. A member nation quota is a reflection of its size and position within the global economy. Did the Philippines lend money to IMF? Yes, guys, according to my SARS official gazette.gov.ph, we finally fully paid our loans to IMF in December 2006, as the implementation of continuing reforms had made our economy stronger.
Now, let us see the function and purpose of international organizations towards its member state and towards globalization. International organizations are able to gather states to work together in achieving common goals, thus fostering international cooperative behavior. Now, let us see the main and most commonly seen functions of international organizations in general. I have listed 4 here, and the first one is collecting information and monitoring trends. One example here is the World Meteorological Organization, which collects data about climate and atmospheric science and uses this data to form trends and inform the public. Second is delivering necessary aids and services. Other organizations also offer healthcare aids, and other provides financial services such as loan or regulating a member state economy. The third is provide forums for trade and bargaining. Organizations also formulate trends and systems for an efficient global trading. And lastly, helps in implementing development plans for sustainable industrialization. With these functions, international organizations are considered drivers of the globalization process. They are especially evident and most contributing towards political and economic globalization. Say, for example, the IMFs. Their main objective is to promote an orderly system of world trade within which member nations can develop their economic capabilities. In general, IMF help regulate the global economy.
International organizations play a vital role in shaping our global community. They provide a platform for countries to come together and work towards common goals and address global problems. International organizations facilitate cooperation and coordination on various global issues. Without them, there would probably be increased conflict and a lack of global governance across different countries. International organizations can have significant effects on the Philippines in such areas as economic development, disaster relief, since the Philippines is prone to natural disasters like typhoons and earthquakes, human rights, and environmental protection. International organizations also play an important role in preventing a possible war, particularly World War III, by promoting diplomacy, cooperation, and peaceful conflict resolution among nations that can help build a more stable and peaceful world. Understanding international organizations is important because it helps us become more aware of the global issues and the role that we can play in creating positive change. Everyone can contribute to or support international organizations by advocating global cooperation and development and volunteering for organizations that work on global issues. In general, international organizations is essential in promoting global development and addressing global challenges. By working together with the support of these organizations, we can help build a better future for all.